Hello and welcome to the Viper Miner channel. Today I just want to do a short video about the downturn we're seeing right now in BTC and ETH. My thoughts, my experiences from the hedge fund days, and see how uh, we can shed some light on this. So there's several factors going, and a lot of people turn around and say, "Hey, I thought Bitcoin was supposed to be this currency, digital currency that." Uh, is not influenced by what's going on in the world. It's not influenced or impacted by inflation. It's deflationary, all this stuff. And it was at one point. But I think once you started to have Bitcoin and ETH and other cryptos traded on the stock exchanges and the futures and the CME, that changed a lot for everybody. So if you recall this chart from the last a couple of videos ago, I did one probably right next year's right here. So it was on January 10th. We looked at BTC and its uptrend in the Fibonacci. Now I love Fibonacci trading because history always repeats itself. And even though crypto's newer than say stock markets, futures, and everything else, it's still a very good predictor. So we went down and we did touch right here. We didn't break the trend, but we did bounce right off that. And what was nice about it is we actually did a nice bounce. We didn't close towards the low of that. We have a morning star right here. So means we could be going higher. Actually had 2 days of up and thought maybe we'd kind of be okay. So we did break across this trend line that was the smaller trend line, the more short-term one. And I do apologize for my voice. It's pollen in the air here in Central Florida. I got a live oak tree in the backyard that it just produces more pollen. I can wish I can open my windows more often. And our long-term trend line is coming through here. Now, today we did break this trend, the Fibonacci trend. Excuse me. So what we're looking at now is can what are we going to do right here? The next 2 days is going to be very pivotal for us. And if we do go into a downward trend line or a downward Fibonacci, I mean, we have some key support right here and here. And that is the low for the year as well. So um, hopefully we never get there, but that is, a target if we're moving, if we flip the Fibonacci to a downward Fibonacci. Our if you look at volume, our volume on the day that we were approaching that line was pretty above average, the 50-day moving average on the volume. And then we kind of settled back below it, and now we start ticking back up. And notice it's the downward spike again, and we really kind of spiked volume today. Now you have to remember, there's a lot of people now trading, a lot of hedge funds, a lot of big money moving into the space. That today's their last day of trading, so they're closing their trades out, or they're actually selling positions to cover cash. Now, why is that important? So let's go over and take a look at the 10-year Treasury bill, and we could see U.S. 10-year Treasury bill spiked. Look at this. This is spiking. This is, interest rates going up. It's inflationary. So what we're looking at is all these guys are looking at, and women, they're out there looking at risk, and they're taking risk off the table because they can make a whole lot more money or safer money if we're going to be going up in interest rates. So they're selling off the riskier stuff, which right now Bitcoin is considered a risk along with Ether. It is more advantageous for them to be able to guarantee their clients if they're in a treasury bill versus, say Bitcoin. So that's one issue of it. Then take the second blow, and that is, and I'm sorry for coughing. My throat's killing me from all this pollen. is Russia. Russia's central bank said that they want to ban all crypto mining, crypto trading in Russia. That is really bad. It's kind of like China, right? And then, but yet on the other hand, they do say that you can own crypto, but they don't want you to be able to trade it. They don't want you to be able to mine it. And Russia does have quite a bit of miners out there. So what's that going to mean to us? CNBC Pro has a really good article on it. I'd link it, but that's against my rules for the description. But if you go to Reuters, it's out there as well, and you can get the version because they're just pulling it in. Now, what's that mean for us right now? I mean, ETH is at the time of this recording, which is January 21st at 220. You're looking at 2791.63, and Bitcoin's under 40,000 at 38 or 3870. Definitely downward trends in the last 7 days. So I think we're going to be in a down. If you go back to the chart real quick, notice how Bitcoin consolidated here, and went down. I think we're going to see those consolidations. And if you look at ETH real quick, oops, bring out the slash. You'll notice that we're still we didn't break the Fibonacci upward trend, which is really positive for us miners, because we can mine this, and we're going up, down, and then we had a nice big swing down. Again, this is a morning star right here, so I'm encouraged that we could go higher at least a couple days ago, and then all of a sudden we fell off and we broke that and invalid that pattern. But we did hit support, and we bounced right off support, which is good. So hopefully we can consolidate, maybe go back up. We do have heavy volume to the downside. Our MACD is looking bad, but not all doom and gloom. I mean, there's still some positive stuff out there. The other kind of disappointing thing for me is we're below every single trend line that I track. So we're gonna have to get turning around here. But if we go back to the article and we look at Russia, they absolutely want to kill mining. So what does that mean? Does that mean that all of a sudden Bitcoin miners are going to be, flowing back here to the United States? Does that mean that they're going to be underground, kind of like some of the ones that started up in China again? Or is it this the fact that we are in a realization of how much power crypto takes? But I think you can do it smartly, right? I mine, but I also have solar, so my electrical cost is cheap. Especially in Florida, electrical bills here in Florida are not, they're not cheap. But I offset that with solar, which works out really good for me. Couple other things. What am I looking at? So actually, all day today, I've been having problems with two of my rigs. I got if you remember another video, I got a 3080 LHR card from Newegg Shuffle. It's been giving me problems. I've been using T-Rex miner, but you know what? I think I'm going to I just switched it over before the video to NB miner and see if that seems to work better. I use the streaming computer I use actually has a 30 Ti LHR as well, and I've been using NB miner on it to mine while I'm not using the computer. And I'll tell you what, I've been a T-Rex miner for a very long time. I actually started with T-Rex and kind of like favored it, but now this NB miner really I'm starting to like it. And as well, so wrapped, and if you notice, I name all my rigs after Battlestar Galactica, so big sci-fi fan. Um, I did start mining ETC this morning, just for the fact that I had zero point 0.8 ETC sitting out on HIVEOS pool. Sorry about that. There goes my phone. Um, so I didn't want to leave that sitting out on HIVEOS, so mining up to the threshold, and then that'll get paid out to my wallet, and then um, I I feel much more secure if it's in my wallet, my keys, my seeds. Um, so once that gets back, I will go back to Flux. I've been mining Flux for some time now. You can see where I was screwing around with some of the overclocks. Um, my Flux, my kind of like altcoins has always been done on 380s. They were my first set of cards when I first started. Can't do much with them, but my overclocks are 986, 1475 for MM, and that seems like anything. If I push the card a little bit less or try to undervote or anything else like that by core locking, the card doesn't want to even boot. So I've been leaving it at this, and it seems to work fine. Um, I do have two of the cards are Hynix, and then two are Olympia memories, but it doesn't seem to matter which one it is. I did get these out of uh, Alibaba, so I know they came from China. I'm sure they were in some mining farm at one point. Um, but I'll run back over to Flux. Prior to that, I was racking up as much as I can. Actually, I had my entire farm out on Raven Coin and trying to grab as many blocks as I can before the halving. Again, I apologize. The pollen out here is just horrible. Um, but then I switched back to ETH because even if ETH is down, I mean, actually, I'm looking at the difficulty and it's starting to creep down a little bit. So, as the price goes down, I'm just going to keep mining as well as I can. Like I said, my energy bill is pretty decent because I have solar. I know a couple other people I watch, like Hobbyist Miner, actually has solar as well. And lucky him, he gets to actually pick out, what his last mile of his electricity is. So that's actually kind of nice. We had that in Virginia when I lived out there, but don't have that here in Florida. Governor DeSantis, why don't we deregulate our energy companies? That'd be nice. Um, so that's pretty much where I'm at. I am going to be keeping an eye on this. If you guys got questions or want me to look at a different chart, or you want me to look at something else, I'm more than happy to do that. It's not financial advice. It's you make your own decision. I'm just reading the chart. Real quick, I do have not minor pool. Here we go. F2 pool. This is my. If you saw 2 weeks ago, actually 2 weeks ago today, we powered up our first mini Doge, and it's been cranking away. It's fantastic. I did get 2 payouts already, and we're working. It's about every 6 days we get a payout. So we're averaging each day we're averaging around 3.00350,997 LTC. We've already accumulated a 0.04945180. We paid for 0.042. Remember that for F2 pool, the payout is 0.02 and then 40 Dogecoin. So Doge is actually going up. And I'm curious to see what happens with Doge because Elon Musk, he loves pushing Doge around. He announced this morning that the Tesla merch can be purchased with Dogecoin now. So that'll be interesting to see what happens and see if people start trading or hodling Doge and for Tesla merch. And that's it. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I will hopefully do a video over the weekend, but I will hopefully have one. And then we'll go from there. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. I'm sorry I rambled a little bit. My voice is like crackly and stuffed up. But if you like the video, please hit a like button and please subscribe to our channel. I know we're new, but I've been around for a long time in the stock market. So I'm happy to answer any questions. I also am going to be probably repasting and repadding this 3080 Ti that's in my streaming computer. I'll probably record that, and I'll just basically talk about myself and how I got my start, so this way you guys can understand where my journey's at. And have a great weekend. God bless and enjoy your weekend.